It's believed that the Great Pyramids are, their placement is after the stars in Orion's belt. I believe it was built by aliens because when you think of, if you've ever been to the Great Pyramids, you see that the stones are a little smooth, the corners are a little sharp, and even nowadays it's hard to get such precision on stone or, metal or what have you, with like laser technology. And they had it at perfect angles with giant megalithic structures all over the world, not just the pyramids of Giza, but you think Stonehenge or structures in South or Central America. It's said that when you go to these sites that you can feel an increase in your energy and your productivity and you feel really good. It's because of ley lines, and it's believed that aliens can see ley lines from space and use ancient megalithic structures to mark where they were.
I was just on a hike one day, and I started feeling this really weird energy, and I was like, this is where they find the aliens. And I just knew it. And I saw this radio tower up in the sky, and I was like, this is it. This is where they contact the aliens. So they shoot these radio signals into space, because there's this thing called deep space sound is from deep space, and we need to get that deep space. So they used satellites and this radio tower to send radio signals into space to record this deep space sound, and that deep space sound comes from aliens.
One of my friends, from a longtime friend, he told me to come out to this event. He's very vague about it, but I was like, okay, let's go. So he ends up driving me 2 hours out into the desert. I'm like, all right, I'm cool with this. I don't know what's going on, but that's okay. We show up to this area. It's a gathering of people listening to crazy electronic music, something that aliens might be into. Event hosts use very bright lights and weird types of cloth that point into different directions to somewhat simulate a pyramid. If you look back at the pyramids are in a giant open desert landscape. They point straight to the sky, and so do the structures at these contact gatherings. And since we're in the desert, it only makes sense that the aliens should be able to see it from space. Upon talking to people throughout the event, I have found that this event was a contact gathering. People are here to try and signal aliens to make contact and talk to the aliens. I've been to quite a few of these gatherings now. They are quite interesting, and I remember one very distinctly. It was me and a group of friends sitting around a campfire. We look into the sky and we see these 3 little white dots. And we start talking about them. We're like, well, what are they, a plane? No, they're not a helicopter. No, they're moving weird, and it's some kind of white that no light really projects that we're used to. And the more we start talking about it, the more people start talking about it, the more the lights start to move, and they get crazier and crazier until eventually one shoots off in this direction, one in this direction, one in a whole nother direction. What's the explanation for that? UFOs, of course.